Welcome to the podcast. Well, I guess right now it's not really a podcast. Today it's going to be more of a show, but this is the first episode of Leading the Break with myself, Ben Sheehan, my partner in crime, Richard Kowalski. And
the heavily edited edition will be seen tomorrow.
This is my whole opening line is just going to be
When you're watching this, you're going to wonder why we're jumping around. It's because Ben swears that.
He is, Ben swears that much.
Ryan's here, guest hosting for us this week.
Yes, sir.
Play some tunes in a minute.
Yeah.
Edit out every
All right,
word
this
and put the whole podcast.
Well, Leading the Break is going to be more like kind of a sports show. We're going to have a little bit of everything in here, try to keep a lot of everybody interested. We're just going to try to flow evenly between the people. Even flow.
Right. Even flow.
Yeah, there we go.
Good mix of sports, entertainment, mostly sports though.
Mostly sports entertainment, yeah.
And then, so that's the show?
That's the show. Welcome to our show.
So here we go.
This is good.
Alright, welcome back. Leading the Break. Ben and Ryan, killing it. Day one, podcast one, episode one.
Episode one. This is more of a show than
episode
podcast.
one.
Hopefully the podcast is a little more open, a little more free-flowing.
Yeah, hopefully fun.
A lot of fun.
We're going to start every day with opening rants. And not really like rants, just like something that's on our minds that we want to talk about. We each have one prepared, so let's give it a run. So, Kyrie Irving wants to get out of Cleveland, and everybody is on his case. I don't know, like, LeBron's going to leave in a year, and Kyrie Irving doesn't want to play by himself in Cleveland. I'm from Cleveland, I know. You don't want to live there necessarily. So,
yeah, I'm not the biggest basketball fan. I mean, I obviously know big names and everything like that, but like Cleveland, you got some big stars on Cleveland. You got like LeBron James on Cleveland. I mean,
you got LeBron, you got Kevin Love,
you
got Derek Williams, you got guys who can play. But the problem is if LeBron leaves, the team is built around LeBron.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and LeBron's going to leave. It's inevitable.
Yep.
Well, it's not necessarily if LeBron leaves, because they'll still have Kevin Love, J.R. Smith, that they'll have the weapons.
They will.
And if you don't want to play with LeBron, I mean, obviously, he's the best player in the NBA. Negotiable.
Yeah.
But
debatable.
Very debatable. But I mean, even the Shumpert. I mean, you just have so many power players here. I feel like it's silly for Kyrie to leave. I feel that,
and that's where we disagree, because if you take LeBron out, it's just a bunch of pieces.
Yeah.
And Kyrie Irving's not going to win. He can win games. He can win 45 games.
He could win 45 games.
Do you want to continue to? Do you want to win 45 and get bounced in the second round? Or do you want to leave, go to a team that has a chance to win? Even though he wants to go to the Knicks. So,
I mean,
that's one of his rumored destinations. So you're not going to win a lot of games there.
Yeah, you're going to leave
Jeff's
Cleveland.
face in the background. He's just like, what?
You're going to leave Cleveland with all these weapons to go to the Knicks.
Yeah, that would be a step down.
It would be a big step down. He should just stay in Cleveland.
Yep.
I mean, he's still killing it every game.
He averaged 25 this year.
Yeah.
And 6. So.
Yeah. So might as well just stay in Cleveland. That's what I'd say.
Yep, I agree.
Ending thought.
Yeah. So yeah, I got outnumbered there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's okay.
Hate to break it to you, bud.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways, living in a college town. During the summer, it's rough. All your friends leave. You're left with the pieces of the broken pieces of the people that are left here. And
by the way, all your friends are here right now in the background. They're loving the fact that
I know.
Wait, you have friends?
Apparently I do.
I know.
We don't. Debatable.
But all the people you see 9 months out of the year, you hang out with them, you drink with them, you're doing whatever, and they just disappear.
Ben loves his friends.
Unfortunately, I love my friends. This just in.
LICKING.
There you
My
go.
goodness. Anyways, it's rough. And so when you get Richard to come back, you get Ryan back up here, all the guys that are sitting around, when you have them come back up to visit, it's really nice, it's really rewarding. And only 1 week, well, 5 days till welcome weekends. It's definitely a big warm welcoming.
Especially from Ben.
All right.
He loves his friends.
I'm up. So the Red Wings, what are we gonna do with them? Last year missed the playoffs, first years in 25 years. What's gonna happen with them? Like, are they going to be good? Are they going to be bad? What do you guys think?
I think the legacy of the Red Wings will attract players, and they'll be willing to take those contract hits. They'll be willing to take less on their contracts so they can come play for a legendary team.
I agree. Original six.
Yeah, you have. It's not you don't have to, but seeing that someone plays for the Red Wings, you have that in your system. It's kind of, there's a special way that we act around here. There's a special fan base that carries with being
just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Like,
exactly.
Everyone who knows Red Wings knows that.
Yeah, and so I think while we are in a rebuilding phase, it won't take long for us to rebuild.
No, I think it won't take us long. I just think that Ken Holland needs to pull his head out of his butt.
He does.
Get this going. Especially with this new arena. Like, you're getting all of these people that are just going, ready to go to this new arena, getting pumped up. All these players are going to this new arena. Like, oh, sweet, we have a practice rink. We've never had this before.
Right.
We have this giant jumbotron that's bigger than anything else that we've ever seen before. We can hold more people. It's this whole new environment. I mean, we haven't seen a game there yet, so we don't know how it's going to be. I have a feeling it'll be somewhat similar to the Joe, but it is a good. It's going to be good. I have a feeling that the rink will do things for the team that people don't realize it will.
Yeah.
No, I agree, because when you get a new arena, you get a new facility.
Yeah.
It attracts people because they want to be there because it's new, and you even see that on the entertainment side. You're seeing all these big tours now. They want to go through the LCA instead of going to the Palace because they've played the Palace, they've done the Palace, they know what that is. This is a newer stadium. It's gonna have big setup areas and backstage areas and stuff, and they're gonna, because they have to, because they're gonna facilitate the two sports. So they're gonna have to have a lot of store space.
Exactly. Well, and on that, what's the ice going to be like at this place? It's going to be a new ice, new cooling system, but how are they going to compensate with the basketball? I mean, they had concerts and such like that, but never like full-length basketball games on top of the ice, because what they do at the Joe is they don't take the ice out. A lot of places take the ice out and like freeze it.
Places like the Staples Center do that, and the United Center.
MSG.
MSG.
But with the Red Wings, with Joe Louis, they don't take the ice out. They just cover it up. So, but they're only covering it up for 10 hours and then uncover it, which saves a little bit, but you're heating up that ice. How's that ice going to be affected? I mean, we have one of the best ice guys in the whole NHL.
Yeah.
I mean, Al Sabaka, just fantastic. But it's still going to be one of those things that it's going to be a new process, a new transition. Let's just hope Ken Holland gets his poop in a group and starts going.
He starts getting it in.
Yeah, like he understands. We know that he has the ability to do it. He's done it with so many other people. It's the clashing of heads with Jeff Blashill. Like, he was great in the AHL, but bring him up at the NHL level, and it's not going to be.
And that's what's the big mystery. Is they just won another title. In Grand Rapids.
Exactly.
How have they not taken that next step at the NHL level? Because these guys have done it.
Exactly.
They're playing at the highest level in the minor leagues, so they have nothing left to prove.
No, they just have to prove to get to the NHL, which they already have proven themselves, obviously. We just have so many old people on the Red Wings bench, way older than they should be. And we're starting to get that youth back in there, but we still need some leadership, some veteran leadership, even if they suck, even if they're outright horrible at hockey. We still need someone to lead the team.
Drew Miller type.
I mean, look at Nicholas Kronwall. He stepped back. 5 years ago, he stepped back from that big hitting enforcer. Now he's put more into a veteran leadership role, and we've seen that throughout the years. So I think it'll be good for him. I think that this year, the next 5 years, I'm not expecting much out of them.
Nope.
I'm not expecting. I honestly would be surprised if they make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
But surprise me all you want, please. I would love for them to make the playoffs. I'm a diehard Red Wings fan. Have been since I was a baby. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think that they'll be okay.
Yep.
I mean,
they'll be all right.
We'll all be Red Wings fans, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
No, it will never change.
No. All right, that's it.
That's the Rants.
We got Jeff Frary, Tyler Mrochinski, Schuyler, Zoscsak, Cody, Goodrich on the show. We'll be right back. Leading the break, Floppy Joes.
Floppy Joes.
Guys, let's talk to baseball. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Welcome back. Leading the break, podcast 1, episode 1. It's a show, whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing. So we'll just dive right into it. Why not?
Sounds good.
Tigers.
Ouch.
It's been a tough year.
Yeah, to say the
Just
least.
a little bit.
To say
What
the
are they, like 53 and 70 now or something?
Uh,
It's not good.
No, not
They're
pretty.
at least 30 behind the Dodgers.
I know. Just getting run by the Dodgers at this weekend.
At this moment.
Are they? Are they down
Yeah,
again?
they are. Actually, I got an MLB update.
Fantastic.
Yay.
What are your thoughts about the trade deadline? Do you think they did
Screw the
enough?
coach.
They did nothing. They did not do a single thing worthy of mentioning, to be honest with you. Like, it's all just nothing. They didn't do anything. They traded out, I can't remember his name now.
JD?
Yeah, JD for 3 infielders that are prospects. Like, sure, it was the top prospect in the league, but you're trading an MLB-ready player who is doing decently well. You know, I understand.
He's had a lot of homers for Arizona.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I understand a rebuilding stage, but that's not how you rebuild. Like, I don't know. I don't get paid enough to be the manager, so just from my perspective,
You don't get paid anything, so okay.
yeah, I don't get paid enough to think. So
That's fair too.
Argument could be made on the Chicago trade, though.
I think that was a good trade. Getting Candelario, I like Candelario. But the problem is, that's a good trade, I think.
Yeah.
Getting Wilson and Avila, they got Candelario, is good. He'll be up in a couple weeks again, and
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
rosters expand.
yeah,
But to his point, you got 2 infielders from the Cubs, and you got 5, and 3 from Arizona for
Yeah,
a
so you
total
get
of 5.
5.
You got
Debatable.
5 that play the same position, really.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
moved Lugo to second in double.
yeah, exactly. But that's still, I mean, yeah, still
Still 5
infielders. You can only have 4 infielders anyway. I
And
mean,
you pay Miguel Cabrera $28 million until
Yeah.
until he has
Dies.
to be carried off the field.
Yeah.
He's gonna be old.
Reminds me of the NBA 2K off seasons when teams would pick up like 5 centers.
Oh, I know.
exactly.
Yeah, it just didn't. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. They just they want depth. But to be fair, I guess in that argument, and some of you probably are like, oh, I understand. They didn't have a single of their top 10 prospects were infielders, not a single one. So I guess they did get better in that regard. But at the end of the day, you just got 10 infielders.
Yeah, yeah.
Who needs 10
You got 5 infielders in the trades, and now
And
no
you
pitching.
already, no pitching, and our bullpen is still garbage. I know.
Shane
Never
Green.
gonna change.
Shane Green,
Yep.
he's the answer now.
Yep.
We'll see. Gave up a
Well,
run last
yeah.
Saturday.
So did Bruce Rondon was the answer too,
Oh, my Lord.
and so was Joaquin Benoit.
Manuel serving up taters to Ortiz.
Yep.
Unreal.
We're going back to the Kenny Rogers days, boys.
So speaking of, we'll just jump right in. What's your confidence level in Avila? We'll talk in the hockey segment about Ken Holland.
Ken
We talked about him earlier in the
Yeah.
rant and how we don't have any confidence in him. Do you have any confidence in Avila? Do you have any more confidence than
The
Holland?
more that I see, no, absolutely not. You know, it sucked that Dave Dombrowski. I still wasn't the biggest fan of Dave Dombrowski when he was here, but like going through Al Avila or going from Dombrowski to Al Avila has it's just you can tell his rookie. He's not seasoned like Dave Dombrowski was. You know, Al Avila, sure, he's a good front office guy, but putting him into a managerial position is just it's not right.
I have more confidence in my pinky toe.
Yeah.
Your pinky
Yeah,
toe?
pretty much. Pretty much.
Joe Jimenez, top prospect. He throws 99.
Yeah.
Why can't he figure it out? He's struggling.
Well,
Do we know?
speed doesn't mean everything. I mean, look at Bruce Rondon. Guy can throw 100.
That's true. I guess we could just merge this.
Yeah.
Talk about why Bruce Rondon's struggling.
Yeah, 75 miles or 175 miles an hour throwing, but you know you can control it.
Yeah.
But the faster it goes in, the faster it goes out. Once they figure you out, you're done.
That's true.
It's how it is. Verlander. Everyone's got Verlander's number down, at least in the AL. So you're looking at people that know how to hit fast balls. The game is only getting faster and faster and faster. You know, pitchers aren't pitching in the 80s anymore unless they're throwing off speed. You know, fastballs are always
Or dead.
mid to high 90s. Yeah. So you're looking at
Or
people.
if you're Ray
that-
Dickey.
Yeah. Well, that's,
Maury Dickey's throwing like 85-mile-an-hour knuckleballs.
Yeah,
He's got a fast knuckleball in his
Yeah.
arsenal. Stephen
Yeah.
Wright does. He throws hard knuckleballs.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think that it's honestly speed isn't everything. You got to have good off speed. You got to have good control. It's a combination of everything. Yeah, you got to know the batter. Like you got to do your homework on it. Like JD Martinez used to
Yeah.
keep that book.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
With all the infielders, is Castellanos the outfield just a foregone conclusion for 2018? Do you think?
not
Do you
If
think?
it's there.
If he's there, yeah.
That's true. He could be moved, but for now, we'll say he's still
But
here.
following their track record, he'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll shift gears away from some Tiger stuff. Cody Bellinger, 35, 36 homers.
Yeah.
Did sprain an ankle, out day today, or Aaron Judge. Who'd you rather have? I know for me, I'd rather have Bellinger. Judge is a guy who strikes out too much.
Yeah,
I hate
30.
strikeouts.
He struck out 36 games.
36 games in a row.
Like-
and I'm sure they're playing today.
Yeah, so possibly
So probably
37.
That'll be garbage.
Yeah,
in the
like,
playoffs.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you can hit big bombs, but you only need to get over 400 to get it over the fence. I mean, sure, a 500-foot bomb looks phenomenal. You're like, whoa, that thing's gone. You can hear it off the bat, but it's not. It doesn't give you any extra points.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather have it just get
there's
over
no
the...
4-point line in basketball.
No.
There's no extra run for the home run.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about Mr. Contact, like you and Hunter were senior year of high school. You know, you gotta have contact. You gotta have that batting average. OPS isn't everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's batting average. That's what really gets you the big bucks. And yeah, I would have Bellinger for sure. Aaron Judge is good, but
The strikeouts will kill you later on.
It will, especially when the pitching gets better.
yep.
Speaking of the Dodgers, are they the favorites to win it all now? They got Yu Darvish. They traded for Granderson yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, Granderson's 750 years old, so that's
He's hitting 280, I think.
which still
since
isn't bad for
May.
his age.
But he's hitting
May
lefties.
10th, and he's hitting lefties now.
Yep. I think that the Dodgers will get there. I think that they're the best pick right now. But I think that the Indians are going to start creeping up on them. Cubs, yeah, they have it in there, but I don't think that they're going to have
Not
it.
nearly.
Yeah.
Not like last year.
Not like last year.
No.
Either of those teams you think have a chance to get
Upset
back?
them.
And who do you think of the two World Series teams? Do you think either of those two can get back? Who do you think's more likely to?
I think the Indians are more likely to
Indians?
at this year. This year at least. I mean, maybe the Cubs next year. But I don't see the Cubs getting better. To be
Cubs
honest.
might lose Arrieta this offseason.
Yeah,
too.
no, I mean, you got obviously the Dodgers, got the Nationals.
Nationals look good. Harper's, we'll talk about that in a second, but it looks like he avoided the serious injury, so that's good.
Yep. I haven't
It's
heard
just too
anything
much.
more
It's
about
too
that.
good a competition, I think.
Yeah, I think that the Dodgers are pretty much squared away for this one. Yeah, you never know in the postseason; it's a completely different horse. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I like that Cleveland's pitching's healthy this year.
Yep, I think Cleveland can pull it off. I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland either pulls it off I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs, or make the
Make
World
a run.
Series.
Yeah.
They'll make it.
They'll obviously make the playoffs, but
Because it's
A couple good teams.
Yeah,
I think
Central.
Houston looks good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're
It's
going
the
to win the
Central, I
division.
mean.
They're going to at least make the playoffs. Kansas
Yeah.
City's looking.
Tigers are running
Minnesota.
away with the AL Central from here on out.
Minnesota
boys.
can't figure out if they're wanting to sell. Now they're in the wild card spot. This is, I don't know.
Bart.
Bartolo Colon.
Yeah. Oh.
The ageless wonder. He threw a complete game for him
Wow.
like a couple weeks ago.
How many hits did he give up in that? Was it
He gave up like 4 runs or something like that, but they won like 9-4 or something.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's our baseball segment. Coming back, got hockey next.
Hockey next,
Stay
yeah.
tuned. Leading the break. Slots Joe's.
Let's go.
Well
Okay.
said.
Anyway, we're back. Co-host right here of the podcast, and our tech man Ben. He's gonna be the one going through the
Oh,
computer and finding out all the. He's doing the nerd stuff. All right. And we got a couple of other guests today. We got this guy and White Hat.
Today we got Cody Goodrich, Jeff Frary, Tyler Mrochinski, Ryan B, and Schuyler Zoscsak.
And Benjamin Sheehan, the tech guy. Everybody.
Yeah, bad.
Tech nerds! Remember, don't get overconfident. This is going to be the only time we show you on the podcast. We're just trying to introduce you, so.
Anyways,
He's had a rough time.
what do we got here? So, console or PC? What do you guys like better, and why?
It's there.
PC.
PC
More
Master
people?
Race, but then you
PC.
got console because you can. hang out
Console's
with
more
one friends.
fun.
Yeah. I know more people that have
Debatable,
consoles.
debatable.
Yeah, exactly.
I know more people that have consoles
Debatable.
than PCs. Yeah, but you play a PC. Like,
You can do everything with PC.
Yes.
You can either play a game, or you can just.
by yourself.
By
You
yourself.
can play with other people.
Well, he's used to that. But
You don't-
Who else here has a PC?
You don't have to do.
I don't have one.
You don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to pay for membership. It's free because it goes through your
Okay.
internet.
Well, yeah.
That's
So
true.
you don't
That
have
is
to
true. But
So right now, lowering costs already.
And you
But
do
then
have
you
better
have to-
graphics and all
Yes.
that. But
you can
again,
lower your graphics. You can raise your graphics. You have a higher end PC.
again, who here
And
has
that-
a
but wait.
gaming PC?
But wait,
I do have.
and,
I do.
and what are you spending on a gaming PC?
No, but wait.
$900? Something like that? $100.
And
Xbox last time,
upgradability.
yeah, but no. Yeah, you don't have to pay for membership, and then if you get tired of playing games, you can either just Kind of like you can do it with an Xbox party or PlayStation party. You can just talk to friends, but you can also just go to free roaming the internet, like right off the easy. Just click here.
We know what you're getting.
Yeah, we know what you're getting at.
But wait! I haven't gotten to the best part. You also got porn.
Yeah.
Lots of
Just go right in.
Covered that. Yeah.
Now, if you're trying to look up porn on an Xbox or PlayStation, you get flagged pretty quick.
No, that still works.
No,
Trust
it
me.
It works, but it'll be under some water.
Anyways, game genres. We all like shooters, right?
Yep.
Everyone likes your shooters.
Well, I mean, we're men, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Shooters are on the down slope.
Sports games.
They are.
We all like sports games.
Sports games.
Yeah.
I'll go with sports games. Yeah.
Why would-
America.
If I'm gonna do sports, I'm just gonna play it outside.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait,
That's
you go
fair.
outside?
It's been a couple years.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
But sports games will always be classics. They will always work. We'll all be able to, play them, and we'll all have fun. And
Yep.
why do you think that is? Just because the games are ever growing, or it's just a same game that we are all so
I'd
comfortable
say
with?
sports games are a big social type thing. Usually you do them when you're actually together, like the
Right,
shooters and whatnot. You
Especially
can't do 'em
drinking
together,
games,
but-
let's be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
You can do them together, but
I think it helps that we are all pretty much interested in sports. Like
Yeah.
we understand the sport.
Especially right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now.
Right
Yeah.
now.
So I think that with a lot of people too that don't play the sports games, they don't play sports or they don't watch sports religiously. Like I mean, I don't watch basketball all that much, but Cody and I play hockey. Ben plays hockey. Jeff played baseball. We understand the sports games.
I do
Or we-
nothing.
Yeah, but
Let's get
you played football.
Yeah, let's
you
get-
like
let's
football.
get
I'm
Schuyler.
so good at Wii tennis. Though.
Play is the operative word here.
I played baseball.
Yeah.
I was left.
Skyler was first team I'll watch from
Skyler is a man of few words, but the few words he says are gold.
Yes.
Two-time All-Pro.
Left out my position. Right bench or left out, either or.
How are you two-time All-Pro out of 4?
All pro. Back to shooters though. New Call of Duty. You guys think it's gonna be like a revival of the game?
No.
Or do you think this is just a last-ditch effort
No,
to try to
yeah.
get the fan base back?
I think it's going to be better than the last couple, which were garbage.
Yeah.
But it's going to go in the down.
This is a topic we're gonna want to skip through really quick, so I'll just explain it. Call of Duty 4, good Call of Duty. That was pinnacle.
Yeah.
World at War. It was alright. World War II.
Zombies.
Gameplay was different, and then Zombies was introduced, of course. Modern Warfare 2 was kind of like the downslope. It was the last decently playable multiplayer version.
Yeah.
And after that, the only real reason people started getting Call of Duty games was for Treyarch, Zombies, and the other ones, Activision, what used to be Infinity Ward for Modern Warfare 3. It was just 10-year-olds playing.
Right. After that,
Anybody who actually wanted to play the game, they just lost interest. It was just
Absolutely.
So
10-year-olds who wanted to be cool.
I mean, and you have Battlefield.
And you got to remember, most of the kids watching this probably don't even remember Modern Warfare.
I don't even know
they
who these
don't
people
remember
are.
any of these games. Yeah, but
I didn't even realize
It's
that
a
was a
game that
camera.
came out a long time ago.
I didn't even realize it was a camera. I just thought that was like.
But,
I was wondering what that
Wait,
setup was.
wait, we're being filmed?
yeah, we're being filmed. Yeah, Jeff. Welcome
Against
to the
your will.
Welcome
That's
to the
a
show.
power round?
Beating the break, episode 1.
What do you think the chains are?
Freeze.
Jeff, what do you think the chains around your ankles are for? So you don't run away.
Yeah.
Where's we set those up?
When did we
I thought we were just going to have a good time.
The next Call of Duty, the World War II
That's
Call
after.
of Duty.
I think that it'll be okay. It'll be better than the last installments, but again, like Jeff said, I think it'll be a last-ditch effort. I don't think it's going to take
The only
off.
thing that might be impressive, or maybe the graphics, but even
It'll be
now
fun
it's
to-
going to just become the average.
It'll be fun to go back to World War II, but I think after that,
As long as they don't have any
Different era.
jetpacks in it, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna have another variant of zombies, but that's
Yeah.
that actually makes sense for the first time in a long
But
time.
the thing is that they technically ended it on Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually had an ending to the zombie story.
Yeah,
again.
right.
So it's like they're basically trying to restart the whole zombies.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it's gonna go.
All right. Well, there you have it. Those are our opinions.
And Halo 3 was the
Facts.
last good Halo. That's fact.
You can
Halo-
have, you
Halo
can have
Reach-
opinions.
Halo Reach
Yours
was
are
okay.
just wrong.
Halo
Ours are
Reach
right.
was okay, but Halo 4 and 5, no.
Welcome back to the show, leading the break. Here I have Jeff Frary and Ryan VanSlyke.
And our tech guy, Ben Sheehan.
Apparently, I'm the tech guy now. I don't know how I ended up as the tech guy.
That's the only
But
time
anyways,
you're gonna be on the podcast.
Favorite cars, guys? What do we like?
Oh man, you can't do that to me.
That's
a big question to pull right off the gate.
It depends. What are we
Very
talking
broad.
about here?
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
what
I
are
have
category?
different
What do you,
favorites.
what's your favorite type of vehicle? I know, Jeff, you personally like bigger cars that can sit up higher.
I like
You like
trucks,
trucks.
obviously.
I mean, I enjoy trucks.
Yeah.
However, I can also dabble in
Yeah.
the tuner side. I can dabble
See,
in the sports car.
I'm a little more of a tuner guy.
Yeah, I know
like
you're.
tuner
I
cars.
bridge the gap between you
Yeah.
guys. I can cover everything.
The new WRX STI.
Oh, I see. Are they going to come
Beautiful.
back with a hatchback?
Absolutely. I don't think so.
See,
Wait, which one are we talking? We're talking about the current one right now, or the one that's
current
going to be coming out? Because I've actually ridden, one of the guys at my job has one, I've ridden it. It's pretty sweet.
It's
Yeah.
a sweet car. Don't get me wrong, but you got to bring back the hatchback. Like, there's nothing
Yeah,
better than a hot
it
hatch.
is. Although the new one, the sedan doesn't.
Yeah, it looks.
That
good.
wing is pretty big.
Yeah. Well, hot hatches, they have the Focus RS.
Yeah,
Which is-
see, but if we're talking, but it's
my
not.
dream baby right there.
Yeah,
It's not a
I want
Subi. It's not a Subi.
It's not a Subi.
It's not. It's better than the Subi.
Ooh.
That's better.
Ooh. Can you do rally racing?
Yeah, you can.
I mean,
yeah.
but are we talking like Ken Block rally racing, or are we talking about like
There is a drift
just-
button.
A Subaru is a Subaru, though. You gotta
Yeah,
respect
yeah.
You respect the Subaru right
Same
off
with
the
like an
gate.
Evo. You're getting a
Yeah.
Mitsubishi Evo 8 or Evo 9, any of that.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a Lancer for rallying. You're not
Yeah.
getting it just to show off.
Debatable, debatable.
I would be
debatable.
getting one for that too.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know, you're still getting all-wheel drive with the new
Yeah.
RS. You're getting 350 horsepower.
Drift mode.
The drift mode. What it does, a lot of people are very confused by this. I saw a while ago Australia wants to ban them because they think kids are just press the button, start drifting everywhere. What it actually
Well, that's
does.
what happens, right?
No, what actually happens is you press this button and it sends 90% of the power to the rear wheels of the vehicle.
yeah, so you can kick it out.
while it does make it easier to
Power
drift,
slide.
you get a little more fun that
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
But Cruise versus Focus. I know you drive a Cruise.
I do. I have a 2017 Cruise hatchback.
It is a nice car.
I have
Very nice,
driven
yeah.
the Focus ST multiple times, and I have to say, I have to give it up to the Focus.
And the
at this
Chevy
point.
guy
I,
gave it to
I'm
Ford.
surprised.
I am a Chevy guy to the bone. However, that 6-speed manual with the turbocharged in the Focus, what is it, a 1.8 liter or whatever?
In the Focus, a 2
No,
liter.
it's
It's a 2 liter straight.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a
2 liter,
1.4.
you go.
You're losing 0.6 of a liter displacement in it. Like you cannot.
It's also tuned.
Yeah, it's
to be
tuned
fast,
to be
right?
fast. Mine is just tuned to drive.
Now, if I think you're looking at,
Even just the base.
because I'm a
sedan.
Ford guy,
Yep.
if you're looking at just driving around, especially since it's newer, I would have to give the edge to the Cruise. Just
Yeah. Well, the Cruise
driving around
versus
his
the-
very nice.
Yeah.
Also, I know the Focus is definitely an older gen, so and
I
Cruise
still-
doesn't have a lot of technology.
Yeah.
It does need a revamp.
Honestly, I would still go with the Focus, just driving around day to day because my car's a manual or an automatic, and I'm manual to the bone. I drove.
I think
6-speed
everyone really
manual.
wants a manual.
Yeah.
Ford does really open up that option for.
Yeah.
Well,
do it a lot
and
better than
this
Ford
one thing I've
manual.
never understood why GM doesn't have a hotter hatch. Like,
Yeah.
they've never done it.
No.
I don't
They
want.
never
no.
went for it.
I mean, you had the Monza back in the 80s and stuff like
Well,
that.
yeah, but recently.
Recent.
Now I
Yeah.
did hear rumors of a turbo diesel Cruise.
They do have.
They already
one.
have
They already
one?
have one. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's an eco diesel. It's like a 2.2
They
liter.
get expensive.
Yeah, they're like 40 grand. For
Oh,
It's,
okay.
it's
So
just-
ridiculous.
Not
Now-
worth the money.
Now, if you're not living in the United States, I used to work at the GM Proving Grounds, and I had seen a Cruise station wagon.
Oh.
Now you can pull it up right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Well, they're
a.
coming out with the station wagon Regal.
Well, yeah, but this is probably based on the same because it's the same platform, but it looks really cool. And honestly, if they had it when I was getting my car, I would have gotten that. But it's only available in foreign markets. Like it looks so cool, and I mean, everyone dogs on a station wagon,
yeah.
but hey, a shaggin' wagon, they're awesome, dude. They're awesome. I don't care what anyone
You get more
says.
space. You
You
put
way
more
more
people in
space.
there.
Yep, absolutely.
If only pulled this
You
up.
gotta take a hatchback or a station wagon over
Yeah.
a car any day.
Honestly, like they're cool. See, like yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, see, but it's bigger than the hatchback.
Yeah,
you
it
get
sits
more
up
than
higher.
the hatchback.
It's almost like a really small SUV.
Yeah, no, it's not that high. It sits the same height
Same
as
height?
my car,
Okay.
but it's
just
longer.
Okay, definitely. No, definitely. That and it does look quite good.
Yeah. I mean that's last gen. I haven't seen any of the new gen ones. I haven't worked there in 2 years, but yeah, it is a very nice car.
Very good. Concept cars. Any concepts you guys have seen?
I really-
you guys are
I mean,
excited
really,
for
we're in the dry
Yeah.
spot right now. It's
Yeah.
not going to pick up till beginning
Probably January.
of next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, North American Auto Show. That's
January.
January,
February.
We'll
Beginning of January.
definitely have to get some tickets, and we'll definitely have to go.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for having us on, guys. Welcome back. Leading the break. Here we got Cody Goodrich, Ryan VanSlyke, Richard Kowalski. Hockey season, boys. It's upon us.
Oh, yeah, bud.
Oh, yeah, bud. It's going to be good. Be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Red Wings shaping up, obviously. Earlier in the show, you're saying not looking good.
Yeah, they may be all right, but we'll see. We'll have to
What do
see
you
how
think?
they.
You were on earlier. What do you think?
Well-
Ken Allen.
I agree with everything that was said.
Yeah.
Definitely not an NHL coach.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, but I will say about Babcock is the past couple of years, I think he got all that he could out of the boys,
Yeah.
I agree.
and I think it had to happen no matter what, and soon. But yeah,
His heart
it's a shame.
just wasn't in it.
It's a shame, yeah, and yeah, you could tell the players weren't in it that much.
Exactly.
It's hard to blame him though, with
Yeah.
his hometown team
Yeah.
Right.
becoming available. I think that's everyone's
Get it
dream.
back
That's
to
true.
Detroit.
Everybody
I
wants
coach
to
in
go
Detroit
back
and coach in
home.
Detroit. No
Absolutely.
harm.
Yeah.
And he can't blame him. He won a ring here.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can't- It's not like he didn't do anything.
No.
He did turn those Leafs around.
Yeah.
A little bit. They
I
started
mean,
doing a lot
Austin
much better.
Matthews, like, come
Austin Matthews
on.
looks really
Wow.
Right.
Smoke
That's
show.
Yeah.
Smoke show.
Smoke show, bud.
Smoke show.
Real sniper.
Smoke show.
Oh,
yeah.
Real sniper.
So show, eh?
Smoke your show.
Peter Mrochinski.
Love-hate relationship, man.
Love hate, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Like,
never been a big fan of him.
No,
No?
I see the first
Not a big
when I saw him
fan.
hit the ice, I was just happy that Jimmy Howard was off.
That's
Yeah.
the same. That's
Yeah.
I literally was just happy because it was someone else.
Yeah.
Someone different.
I mean,
And then-
when he first started, he reminded me of Dom Hasek, which
Right.
Dom Hasek is.
Well,
just-
I liked him.
But
Their play
it scared
styles
me
are-
more though. They are similar, but
Yeah.
like somehow Hasek could pull it off.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I just
that's
didn't
true.
know this new guy, and he's pulling the same. I was like, whoa,
Exactly.
dude, just scaring the crap out of me every save. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah, and it's one of those because they were talking. They want Jimmy Howard to play 50 to 55.
Yeah.
That's a lot of games for an NHL goal, and it's a
not
lot of
gonna make
games. It's a lot of games for a guy who's often injured.
Yeah. I was about to say I give him 25 and then he's injured again.
This guy who's often injured,
Yeah.
and he's not that much better than Mrochinski.
no.
But he is.
Right.
But it's not like the gap's not here.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think Jimmy's going to make it 50-55 games.
No.
That's not going to happen.
It's just he's not consistent enough.
No, he's not. He's always, like you said, he's always getting hurt. He's
Right.
always injured. It's just not going to work.
Right.
Then
It'd be interesting to see what happens with him. I think his contract's off the books this year.
Oh.
Like after the season, I think.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting
We'll
to see.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the Wings have done some scary stuff like keeping Franzen forever and
Yep.
whatever they did with Cleary.
Yeah.
He's still down in Grand Rapids. Like,
Yeah,
announcement. I officially reached 420 friends on Facebook.
Yay!
Jeff Frary, 420 friends. Proud of you.
420 people that I actually like.
I don't know if you like all of them.
Yeah.
You're friends with me, so it's
Yeah,
probably
I'm on there
419.
too.
That I have to like.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
NHL, barring players from going to the Pyeongchang Olympic Games, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't think I think it's the safest thing for Americans to not be over there right now. It's
I would
with
agree.
tensions heating up. It's
Well,
it's getting
however,
scary.
you have to look at it too. I mean,
That's not the reason they did it. though.
what happened back in like 39, 36 Olympics, whichever one it was. You know, it was Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
It was in Nazi Germany. I mean, it didn't. No one got.
Well, that was before.
Yeah,
All that,
I mean,
but-
it was before. Well, it was still Nazi.
It was still-
Everything
yeah,
was
still
still
Nazi
Nazi.
Germany,
I
yeah.
mean,
Right.
yeah. So I mean, it was starting to heat up and everything, but I don't know. Like Richard said, it's not that wasn't the reason why they did it, but you know it was in the back of their minds
Oh, yeah.
when they made that decision.
I just don't understand why. Because they would take with a 3-week break in the season to let the players play.
Mhm.
I don't understand why that's such a big deal for these owners. For these 3 weeks, so they can represent their country.
It's all a money game.
Yeah.
It's
all
all a money game.
All money.
But they could even reword. Well, they could reword contracts however they want, but they could
Yeah.
put like an injury clause in their contract. If you get hurt while you're over there, you
Yep.
forfeit X or something like
It
that.
could
So
be.
then they're not gonna lose money per se.
Technically.
Well, I mean, but then think of it back in like 1980. You think of the Lake Placid game. None of those guys were NHLers. It was all
No.
college kids. I mean, granted, you had NHLers playing on the other teams, but you know, not in
Not for the-
I mean, but with hockey, it's different than other sports. Like you have the World Juniors, like the World Classic of hockey. Like, you know, the Olympics are kind of They're kind of like on the side burner for hockey. It's kind of like the World Classic of baseball. Like that's kind of like the Olympics for baseball since they're not in the Olympics anymore.
Right. Basically, yeah, the small fan base that is for hockey are the only ones that are gonna watch it during the Olympics. Pretty much, nobody that's not a hockey fan is like, oh yeah, I can't wait for Olympics hockey. Like,
No. The only reason I would have watched it is just because it's hockey.
Right.
Like I enjoy hockey, but I'd rather watch something that I know, some people that I know,
Exactly.
or the World Juniors, like the World Juniors, just because that.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to swear. Beat that one out.
Yeah, we'll edit it. We got it.
Las Vegas Golden Knights. What do you guys think?
I can't wait to see it. I don't expect anything of it, but I am
It
ready.
just adds more interest to the pot, you know.
I do like their jerseys. I will give
Yeah,
them
they
that.
look
Their
good.
jerseys are pretty cool.
They're coming off looking good.
Except
that's
for
all
they
that
put.
matters.
Why would you put white gloves on a gray jersey?
Yeah,
Like
they're-
the white gloves are
strange.
sick if they didn't. If they had a white jersey, like they don't have a white jersey,
They don't.
so it's just like okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, you know.
Nope.
You just gotta sell it. It's all about the selling.
Yep.
It's all about looking good. All about the
Dangle
flip.
snipe.
Yep. Dangle snipe Sally, bud.
Pass, shoot, and score.
Wheel them broads, bud.
Oh yeah, bud.
Wheel them smoke shows.
Oh yeah.
Ah, the smoke show.
The smoke show,
Smoke
bud.
shows.
All night long, bud.
Oh man.
Oh, just take her out for a rip.
Yep.
Throw a dart and.
Just out for a rip there, bud.
Yep, just out for a rip party, bud.
So Eichel in talks on an 8-year contract. Why
Why
8
for
years
it?
in hockey?
Hockey is one of those sports, like we were talking about it earlier. Long-term contracts, they hurt, man. They hurt.
Oh yeah.
You know, big money contracts are. Hockey is one of those sports that you can die in one shift. Like you can literally die.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen plenty of cases where people have gotten throats slit.
Yuri Fisher had a heart attack on the bench. Yeah. So I mean, like me and Cody play hockey, so we understand the risks, and you guys have seen
Kid
hockey.
on my team broke his back.
Yeah.
One time. He also got his arm stepped on and just sliced
Oh,
his gun.
God.
It was bad. It was ugly. But yeah, like even 3-year contracts sometimes can seem like way too long. And that's
And I understand from the player's perspective that they would like to get these 6, 7, 8, however many Franz got, like 47
Franzen.
years, I think.
Franzen is
like
50
would,
now.
25 to life, I think.
25 to life. And, like I can see from their point of view because they get the long-term security.
Yep.
And even if they get cut, they get money.
Yeah.
Like I get it from their end, but even in other sports too, like Miguel Cabrera signed for 10 years at age 32.
Yeah. So he's on for until he's 42. So he has to be carried off the field once he's old.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's all we got for you here, leading the break.
All right. So here we are, leading the break, episode 1, Sloppy Joe's Media. Follow social medias, but we're not just going to have one podcast out here. Ben, I'm going to have Ben talk about that.
We will have a second podcast. I will be hosting called Sheehanigans. We'll be discussing almost everything, anything. It'll be once a week. You'll join me and my guests. We'll be discussing maybe music, some politics, gaming, all kinds of different stuff going on here. And we're really looking forward to having you guys watch both our podcasts. You're on Sloppy Joe's Media.
Sloppy Joe's.
Sloppy Joe's.
Jose.
We sauce the butter over here, bud.
Oh yeah.
Up for a rip.
All for a rip, are you, bud? Put in another dart.
All right, I think we're good.
I think so.
All right.
You can hold hands.
Everybody,
You gotta say
Grace.
sing Grace.
Hey, Grace.
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 Nice to meet you. We're singing Grace.
She passed
I'm not
away
letting go.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
True. All right.
Did you hit record?
It's all. It's
been recording forever. This is all. We'll send you the raw cut.
Oh no, God.
Oh, I love the
7
rock
hours
cut.
of this shit.
All right, we ready?
There.
Let's close out.
Get it raw.
All right, from all of us here, Sloppy Joe's Media, Ben and I, we're not the tech guys.
Okay.
We're the host of the show.
Thank you, Richard Kowalski, special guest, and our tech guy, Ben. I'm glad you could be on this time. This way, we wanted you to be seen so that people didn't think you were just a mystery guy. We wanted our tech guy to be known.
Yep,
Because you're important to us.
I'm
buddy.
one of the hosts of the show.
No,
You
you're
won't see him on the next
special
show.
guest.
I promise.
I'd like to thank my co-host, Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
We did good today. I think this was successful.
Phenomenal.
Jeff, thank you for coming on today. Schuyler,
It's not the first time I've
one of the
heard
hands. I don't care which one. And Cody, you did a very good job.
Very
I'm
nice.
proud of you.
All right. Anyways, follow us on Facebook,
Richard,
Sloppy Joe's Media. Follow us
Leading
on
the
Twitter,
Break.
Leading the Break as well. Also on Twitter.
Yeah.
What else am I missing?
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter.
We do not have an Instagram.
we
You
will
wanna make
be
our
making
Instagram?
one, though.
You want to make our Instagram?
Yeah.
We'll have an Instagram up.
Instagram of just Jeff Frary headshots.
Yep.
Coming your way.
Hopefully, we'll find it this summer. Where you
welcome.
can access it quite nicely.
Headshots.
From all of us here at Sloppy Joe's Media,
Appreciate you watching.
we
That's
appreciate
what-
you watching. Hope to see you next week.
Ben,
Thanks.
you did not decide that name.
Yes, I did.
No.
What? Did he not decide?
He apparently made up this sloppy Joe's Media. No. Richard and I will think of something else.
No.
You're just tech guy, okay? Come on.
All right.